Hello students, in the last lecture of chapter 8 electrostatics we had studied 8.10 capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor without and with dielectric medium between the plates with subtopic A, which is capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor without a dielectric, which we are getting as C is equal to Q upon V, which is equal to A epsilon naught upon D there. Now let's proceed the chapter. Now let's have the next subtopic of capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor without and with dielectric medium between the plates is B. Capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor with a dielectric slab between the plates. The next subtopic we have point B. We are going to determine the capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor with a dielectric slab between the plates. As already we had derived the expression for the capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor, C is equal to A epsilon naught upon D. Now let's see how this equation gets modified with a dielectric slab in between the plates of the capacitor. So here we are considering a parallel plate capacitor with two plates, each of area A and is separated by a distance D there. The area of each plate of the capacitor is A and the separation between these two plates of the capacitor is D. The capacitance of the capacitor is given as, we are writing it as the capacitance of the capacitor C0 is equal to A epsilon naught upon D. Now let E0 be the electric field intensity between the two plates before the introduction of the dielectric slab, and hence the potential difference between the two plates is to be given as V0 is equal to E0t. That means over here we are just keeping these two plates parallel to each other separated by a distance there, and hence we can state that electric field intensity E0 is there between these two plates, and over here we are not introducing any dielectric slab. In absence of the dielectric slab, the value of the electric field intensity between these two plates is E0, and the potential difference between these two plates is to be given as V0, which is to be given as E0 into D, where E0 is nothing but sigma upon epsilon naught and sigma is nothing but the charge per unit area. So E0 is to be written as Q upon A epsilon naught. As we had seen already that the value of E between these two plates we are getting as sigma upon epsilon naught. So over here the sigma is nothing but the surface charge density on the plates there. That means how much charges are there per unit area of the plates. Then we are introducing a dielectric slab of thickness T, and it is to be keep in mind that this thickness T of the dielectric slab is less than the separation between the two plates of the capacitor there. As we are introducing a dielectric slab in between these two parallel plates of the capacitor, so the electric field E0, which is the electric field intensity between the two parallel plate capacitor there, it will polarizes the dielectric which is introduced over here, and hence due to this polarization we can say that the minus QP charges are induces on the left side of the dielectric slab and plus QP charges are induces on the right side of the dielectric slab. as you can see in this figure 8.29. So when we introduce a dielectric slab between the plates of the capacitor whose thickness T is less than the separation between the two plates of the capacitor, then all the minus charges induces on the left side of the dielectric slab and positive charges are induces on the right side of the dielectric slab, and hence we can say that electric field E0 polarizes the dielectric there. Then here these induced charges, that is minus QP and plus QP, it will set up the electric field EP, that is the polarization will give the electric field EP inside the dielectric whose direction is opposite in the direction of E0. As due to the induced charges minus QP which are induces on the left side of the dielectric slab and plus charges are induces on the right side of the dielectric slab. So over here inside the dielectric, the electric field will be set up which is to be denoted as EP. The electric field is developed over here due to the polarization. So the value of EP here we can determine, and also the direction of the EP, that is the electric field due to the polarization, is opposite to that of the electric field E0, as the direction of the electric field is given from positive to negative charges. Okay, so the direction of EP will be from positive to negative charges, that means from the positive polarized charge to negative polarized charge. As you can see, the direction is from right to left, where the direction of E0, which is the electric field between the two parallel metal plates, it is directed from positive charges to negative charges, and hence the direction of E0 is directed from left to right. So here the direction of EP is opposite to that of direction of E0, and hence the induced field, that is the value of EP, is to be given as, by using the same concept, that is sigma P upon epsilon naught. The value of EP we are writing as sigma P upon epsilon naught, as already we had seen the value of the electric field inside this dielectric would be sigma upon epsilon, as this electric field we are getting due to the induced charges because of the polarization, hence it is to be denoted as EP is equal to sigma P is nothing but the surface charge density of the polarized charge there. That's why it is to be denoted as sigma P upon epsilon. Now this sigma P is nothing but, by using the same concept, is the surface charge density of the polarized charges. So it is to be denoted as QP upon A epsilon. Sigma P is equal to QP upon A, where QP are nothing but the polarized charge on the dielectric slab there. So here the value of EP we can write as sigma P upon epsilon naught, which is equal to QP upon A epsilon naught. Then we can determine the net field, that is E, inside the dielectric, that reduces to E0 minus EP. The value of E0 here we are taking from left to right as the positive x-axis. So here the magnitude we are taking as positive, and EP is directed opposite to that of E0. That's why here, due to this opposite direction, it is to be taken as minus EP. So the net field E inside the dielectric will be reduces to E0 minus EP. Hence we can write the net field as E0 minus EP. Now over here we can write it is equal to E0 upon K. where K is a constant and called as the dielectric constant, and the value of K is given as E0 upon E0 minus Ep. That means the dielectric constant is the ratio of the original electric field to the net electric field there. When we are writing E0 minus Ep, we are getting it as E0 upon K. When we are substituting the value of K as E0 upon E0 minus Ep, then the value of E0 minus Ep we are getting as E0 upon K there. Okay, as when we are taking the value of K as E0 upon E0 minus Ep. So, E0 minus Ep would come in the numerator and E0 upon E0 would be cancelled and remaining term will be only E0 minus Ep. Hence, we can write E is equal to E0 minus Ep, which is equal to E0 upon K there. And finally, we can write the value of E as the value of E0. We are having sigma upon epsilon naught, which is equal to Q upon A epsilon naught. Here we are getting E is equal to E0 upon K. So, substitute the value of E0 over here, which is Q upon A epsilon naught, and hence the value of E we are getting as Q upon A epsilon naught into K there. Or we can write the value of Q as the cross multiplication will takes over here, and Q will be is equal to A K epsilon naught into E. Now, the field EP is exist over a distance T, which is the thickness of the dielectric. The value or the EP will be exist within this slab of thickness T, and E0 over the remaining distance, that is D minus T there, as the distance between the two parallel plate is D and the thickness of the plate is T. So, at the end of the dielectric slab to the parallel plate, the distance would become D minus T there. So, we can say that E0 is over the remaining distance D minus T between the capacitor plates there. Hence, the potential difference between the capacitor plate we can write as E0 D minus T plus E0 T there, as E0 D minus T. The potential difference is nothing but the product of electric field intensity into the distance between the plates. Okay, so electric field intensity is E0 and the distance from the parallel plate to the slab is D minus T. So over here we can say that the potential difference will be E0 into D minus T plus E0 into T there, where T is the thickness of the slab. So here the potential difference between the capacitor plates, we can take the potential difference between the parallel plate to the dielectric and within the thickness of the dielectric there. And over here we can write the same equation as E is equal to E0 upon K by considering E is equal to E0 upon K. So, we can write V is equal to E0 D minus T plus E is to be written as E0 upon K there into T. So, over here we are come to know that the field EP which exists over a distance T only, and E0 will be exist over a distance D minus T, and hence the potential difference between these two parallel plates, we can take the potential difference for the distance D minus T and the potential difference within this thickness of the dielectric slab there, and hence we are writing V is equal to E0 into D minus T plus E0 into T there. And in the next step we are writing the value of E as E0 upon K. After that, over here we can take out common E0. So it comes E0 as we are taking common, and in bracket we can write d minus t plus from here t upon k is remaining. Then in the next step, the value of E0 we can write as q upon A epsilon naught. The value of the electric field intensity we are writing as q upon A epsilon naught into d minus t plus t upon k. Then the capacitance of the capacitor on the introduction of the dielectric slab becomes C is equal to Q upon V. As per the definition, we can give the value of the capacitance of the capacitor when this dielectric slab is to be introduced between these two parallel metal plates, which is C is equal to Q upon V. So it is to be written as Q upon, as we had determined the value as Q upon A epsilon naught into d minus t plus t upon k. Over here you have to do the correction, it is t, it's not d, it is t upon k there. And hence we can say that this q get cancelled, this A epsilon naught would come in the numerator, and the value of C we are writing as A epsilon naught upon d minus t plus t upon k. So this is the value of the capacitance of the capacitor when the dielectric slab is to be introduced between the two plates of the capacitor there. Now let's see the special cases. First of all, we are considering if the dielectric fills up the entire space. That means when we are taking the dielectrics in such a way that its thickness is equal to the distance between the two plates of the capacitor there, then we can say that T is equal to D, and hence the capacity would become A epsilon naught K upon D there, as D minus T factor is present and T is equal to D, so it becomes 0 plus T upon K in the denominator, and hence finally we are writing the capacitance when the dielectric fills up the entire space, then C is equal to A epsilon naught K upon D, and this A epsilon naught upon D we are writing as C0, so C is equal to K into C0 there. And also we can say that the capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor increases K times there. That is, K is equal to C upon C0. So the capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor increases K times. As over here this C0 indicates the capacity or the capacitance of the capacitor when dielectric slab is not introduced over there. So here we can say that when we are taking C is equals to K C0, where K is the dielectric constant, so we can say that when it is multiplied, C0 is multiplied with K, so the capacitance will be increases there. So how much increment of the capacitance will takes place? So over here C, or the capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor, increases K times. That is, K is equal to C upon C0. Now the next case we are having, if the capacitor is filled with the dielectric slab of thickness like T1, T2 till Tn, then this arrangement is equivalent to n capacitor connected in series. As you can see in this figure, if we are connecting the capacitors over here from these two ends A to B with the number of dielectrics are introduced in between of thickness T1, T2, T3 etc. So here we can say that the arrangement is equivalent to n capacitors are to be connected in series there, and hence By using this, we can say that the value of the capacitance we are getting as C is equal to A epsilon naught upon, in bracket, T1 upon K1 plus T2 upon K2 plus T3 upon Kn dash till plus Tn upon Kn, where T1, T2 till Tn are the thickness of the dielectric slabs introduced between the two parallel plates of the capacitor, and K1, K2 till Kn would be the dielectric constants of the corresponding dielectric slabs introduced between the two parallel plates of the capacitor. As here we had used the formula A epsilon naught K upon D, and as the space between the two parallel plates of the capacitor is fully filled with the dielectrics, hence the value of T is equal to D. So here we can write for the different values of the dielectric slabs, that is, it is having the different thickness. So for the different thickness of the dielectric slab, we are writing the formula as A epsilon naught K upon T. Okay, and this K upon T ratio we are writing in the denominator as T upon K. And for the different values of the thickness and dielectric constants, the equation is to be written as T1 upon K1 plus T2 upon K2 plus till Tn upon Kn in the denominator. So here we are getting the capacitance when the capacitor is filled with n dielectric slabs of thickness T1, T2 till Tn, and this arrangement is equivalent to the n capacitors connected in series. So value of C we are getting as A epsilon upon T1 upon K1 plus T2 upon K2 plus till Tn upon Kn. Now the next case we are having, if the arrangement consists of n capacitors in parallel with plates having the area A1, A2 till An and the plate separation is D, then we are using the formula C is equal to epsilon naught AK upon D there. As here we are having the different area of the parallel plates there, and the dielectric constant will also be based on the dielectric inserted. Hence, E0 AK upon D is to be written as E0 upon D in bracket A1 K1 plus A2 K2 plus till An Kn. So over here, if the arrangement consists of the capacitors in parallel with the plates area A1, A2, An, and the separation between the plates is D only. So here the changes will come across the area and the dielectric. So that changes we are writing in the bracket there. And hence the value of the capacitance C we are writing as E0 upon D into, in bracket, A1 K1 plus A2 K2 plus till An Kn. Now if A1 is equal to A2 is equal to A3 is equal to An, we are taking as A upon N. Then the value of C we can write as epsilon naught upon D, in bracket we are having A1 into K1. The value of A1 we are taking as A upon N. So it will be A K1 upon N plus A2 also we are taking as A upon N. So it becomes A K2 upon N plus till An will be taken as A upon N. So it will be written as A Kn upon N. That means in this bracket we are taking common A upon N from each term. And hence here when we are taking out common A upon N, so in the bracket it is left with K1 plus K2 plus K3 till Kn. And the equation would become C is equal to A epsilon naught upon dn into in bracket k1 plus k2 plus k3 till kn. Now the last case over here, if the capacitor is filled with a conducting slab, K is equal to infinity. Here we are taking the value of the dielectric constant K as infinity. Then the value of the capacitance would become d upon d minus t into C0. As the value C we are taking as K into C0. And C is greater than C0. So when the value of K we are taking as infinity, so over there the capacitance in the original equation becomes C is equals to A epsilon naught upon D minus T there. Okay. And when the value of K we are writing as infinity there, we are having the relationship between C and C0 as C is equal to K C0 there. So what would be the multiplication factor with C0 we are supposed to write over here. So here we have to write it as D upon D minus T. So when we are writing C is equals to in bracket d upon d minus t into C0. So here we are considering that the value of K as infinity there. And hence we can say that the capacitance increases by a factor d upon d minus t. As C is this much factor into C0. So we can say that the capacitance is to be increases by this much factor, which is d upon d minus t. So here we had seen the capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor with a dielectric slab between the plates with its special cases. So here we have completed the topic 8.10, capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor without and with dielectric medium between the plates. The chapter will be continued next time in the next lecture. Thank you.